Hey everyone, and welcome to this lecture on reconnaissance. What is reconnaissance? The process of gathering information about a target system, network, or organization. This is done to understand a structure or identify potential vulnerabilities. Let me make it simple with an example. Imagine you are an ethical hacker. Look at someone's public Instagram account to learn about them, where they go, who they hang out with, and what they like. So this process of collecting publicly available information to build a clear picture is what we call reconnaissance. Now, why this step so important? Hackers, both good and bad, use Recon to gather critical information. It's the way of understanding the target strengths and weaknesses. Why did hackers perform reconnaissance? To identify potential security breaches or weaknesses in systems. Their mission is to help organizations fix these vulnerabilities, protect sensitive data, and prevent malicious attacks. Bad hackers, on the other hand, use reconnaissance to gather sensitive information like passwords, personal data, and system vulnerabilities. Their aim is to exploit these weaknesses to gain unauthorized access, steal data, or cause harm. Now, what's next? In the next lecture, we'll dive into passive and active reconnaissance, where you will learn how these two approaches differ and how they are used in ethical hacking. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next lecture. In the last lecture, we explored what reconnaissance is and why it is so important. Now, let's dive into two main types of reconnaissance: passive recon and active recon. Imagine you are a spy observing from the shadows. No one knows you are there. Passive recon is all about gathering information without directly interacting with the target. You are using public data like social media profiles, search engines, public records. You are not touching the target system. You are staying completely under the radar. For example, if you are checking out someone's public Facebook images, they won't know you are looking. That's an example of passive reconnaissance. Now imagine stepping out of the shadows and directly engaging with the target. Active recon involves interacting with the target systems to gather detailed information. You might use tools like ping commands to check if the system is online, and map scans to discover open ports and services. This method provides deeper insights, but it is risky. You are likely to leave traces in the logs, and the target might detect you. For example, running a port scan on a website to find out which services are running. Now let's break down the key differences between passive recon and active recon. When you are performing passive recon, you are like a ghost, completely undetectable. The target has no idea you are gathering information because you are only using public data and not interacting with their system. On the other hand, active recon is bit noisier. It often leaves traces and system logs, making it likely that the target will notice someone is probing their defenses. Next, in passive recon, there is no direct interaction with the target systems. You are simply observing from a distance, relying on publicly available resources like search engines or social media profiles. And with active recon, you are directly engaging with the target systems. For example, you might ping a server to see if it is online or run a scan to find open ports. This hands-on approach involves touching the target's network. Next, passive recon relies on publicly available data. On the other hand, active recon involves extracting data directly from the target. And next we have for passive recon, you will use tools like search engines to find public data, the harvester to collect email addresses or subdomains, Jordan to explore IoT devices connected to the internet. And for active recon, you will use tools like Nmap for scanning open ports, ping to check if systems are online, trace route to map the route packets take to reach the target. Now, when to use passive or active recon? Ethical hackers often start with passive recon to remain stealthy and gather surface level information. Once they have proper authorization, they move to active recon for deeper analysis. That's all for this lecture. Thanks for watching. In this video, I will show you how to set up the Kali machine and Metasploitable 2 machine on VMware. So first search on Kali Linux download on Google and click on this get Kali. Alright, and then click on virtual machine and then download it for VMware. Okay, click here. So it will start downloading this Kali machine for VMware. And on another tab, just search for Metasploitable 2 download and click on this Metasploitable. Okay, and you can download this Metasploitable from here. So after downloading this Kali Linux and Metasploitable, let's see how we can set up the Kali machine and Metasploitable 2 on VMware. Then you have to extract these files, this Kali Linux file and the Metasploitable Linux file. Okay, after extracting it, just open this VMware. And then we will click on this open virtual machine. And then click on this folder. After that, just click on this. So then click on this play virtual machine. And then press N key. Okay. It will automatically start. And for Kali next, the default credential is Kali and Kali. Username is Kali. And the password is also Kali. Alright. So we'll type the username and password. Okay. So this is how you can set up the Kali Linux on VMware. Now we'll see how you can set up the Metasploitable 2 machine. Once again, click on open a virtual machine. Then select the file. So the file name is this. This is a folder, and here is a file. Okay. And just click on play virtual machine. So starting up. So for this Metasploitable 2 machine, the username and password are msfadmin. Just type msfadmin for username and msfadmin for the password. So this is how you can set up the Kali Linux and Metasploitable 2 on VMware. That's all for this video. In this lecture, we'll explore the types of information you can gather during reconnaissance. Whether you are performing passive or active recon, the key is knowing what kind of data to look for and how it can be useful. So let's break it down into categories. First, we have network information. This includes details like IP addresses of systems, open ports and services running on those ports, network structure and layout. Next, we have domain information. When looking into websites, you can gather ownership details, hidden subdomains that aren't directly visible, DNS records like mail servers or website locations. Now let's move to the personal information. This could be data about individuals, like their names, roles in the organization, or even their social media activity. Another crucial category is system information. This includes details about the target system, like its operating system, installed software, and any weak points. Finally, let's talk about sensitive files and metadata. These are often overlooked but can provide valuable insights, such as breached credentials or metadata from shared documents. So as we have seen, gathering information during reconnaissance is about more than just one category. It's about piecing together all these details to build a comprehensive understanding of your target. That's it for this lecture. In the next lecture, we'll dive deeper into the tools you can use for reconnaissance. Thanks for watching. In this lecture, you will learn about manual OSINT techniques. Before we dive in, there is an important tip to protect your identity while practicing OSINT ethically and safely. So first, you can use a fake name and create an online presence. I can use fake name generator and generate a random name using this website. Next, we have temp mail. From here, you can take disposal mail, temporary email addresses. And then we have this person does not exist.com. You can generate a photo using this person does not exist.com to avoid using real people images. Now you can create a social media account using these fake details to simulate and test scenarios safely. With these precautions in place, let's explore 5 manual OSINT techniques. So the first technique we'll explore is Google Talking. That can help you uncover hidden information to advanced search queries. First operator we have is site operator. Like if you are searching for specific website or domain, then you can use site operator. In my case, I'm searching for econsole.org. So you can see it searches for all pages on econsole.org, right? If you want to find files on this website, for example, the text file or any PDF file, then you can use file type operator, file type, and then PDF. If you are searching for PDF files, use PDF and then hit enter. So you can see it will display you all the results that contains PDF in it. Next, if you want to find login pages, you can use in URL operator, URL and colon login, hit enter. So this will display you all the results, login on the URL. You can see if I open this, I can see on the URL it contains login. Let's change this to admin. So in URL it will contain admin in it. This you can see, right? Next, if you're finding web pages that have specific words in the title, for example, if you search for in title ethical, Google will show pages where ethical is the part of the title. Like here you can see it is displaying all the results where the word ethical appears the title of the web page. right? Now, if you want to discover more Google Docs, visit this Google hacking database on Exploit TV. Just open this website, all right, for plenty of examples to explore. Explore how you can gather information through social media browsing. So I'll use Varun Dhawan Instagram profile as an example. If I search Varun Dhawan Instagram, I can see followers with following and post, and I can see his date of birth, his height. If I open this Instagram, so we can see his latest projects like upcoming movie, Baby John, or you can see his past popular works. Alright. So by exploring his latest posts, you can gather insights into his personal and professional life, including events he has attended or projects he is promoting. Furthermore, you can analyze the comments and likes on his posts, and you can identify interaction and connections such as friends, colleagues, or fans who frequently engage with his content. So this is example of passive reconnaissance, gathering publicly available data without interacting directly with the target. Next technique is website source code analysis. The source code of a website can contain hidden gems like comments left by developers, hidden links or directories. For example, the source code of any website may reveal sensitive details like link to admin panel. So this is way to quietly collect useful information without directly interacting with the website. A fourth technique is exploring public archives like the Wayback Machine or archive.org. So this tool allows you to view snapshots of websites from the past. For example, if we search for facebook.com, we can see how Facebook homepage looked when it was first launched compared to today. Like in 2005, it looked something like this, and now it is like this, right? So you can see how Facebook has evolved over time. Now, why is this useful? Sometimes websites accidentally reveal sensitive details like email addresses or phone numbers during their early days, which might have been removed later for privacy. So with Wayback Machine, we can uncover such information. Finally, let's talk about reverse image searches. So if you have a photo and want to know who is the person, you can drag and drop it to google.com or yandex.com to find matches, and then it will show you the result about who is the person. All right, and that's it for this lecture on manual OSINT technique. Thanks for watching. In this lecture, we'll explore how to investigate phone numbers using PhoneInfoga tool. You can access this tool by searching PhoneInfoga on Google, or you can directly visit PhoneInfoga on GitHub and click here, installation PhoneInfoga. Alright, so we'll see how we can install PhoneInfoga using Docker. Alright, firstly you have to install Docker, and then you can pull the repository directly from Docker Hub. So just copy this command and paste it in your terminal. So it is trying to pull docker.io. You can see the path. Now after installation of this tool, we can run this tool and we can check its version using this command. Alright, just have to specify version. Okay, we copy and paste this command. We can see PhoneInfoga version, right? Now let's see how we can use this tool. So now just click here, users, and how we can run a scan on any phone number. Alright, so you can see the format for running a scan. You have to use this option, scan, then -n, and then you have to specify the phone number in this format, or you can specify in this format or this basic format. Now let's scan the number and we'll see how this tool works. So just type in this command and then scan, then -n, and then specify the number. I'm specifying this number 18004190157, and then I will hit enter. Here we have the results, and under results for local, we can see different formats of the phone number, and each format serves a specific purpose. Like raw local is how the number was processed, whereas local is formatted for domestic use. Then we have E164 that follows the global telecommunication standard, and international is for dialing the number from abroad. Now let's scroll up. Next, we see that PhoneInfoga uses Google Talks to check the phone number across various platforms, including social media results, to find any profiles on disposable providers, to identify if the number is associated with temporary or fake services, and on reputation checks to access the credibility or history of the number. So if we open one of the provided URLs, for instance, the first link, so it reveals that this is a GPay customer care number. Similarly, you can explore all the links to gather more detailed information about this number. That's it for this lecture. In the next lecture, we'll explore how to gather information related to people. Thanks for watching. In this lecture, we'll learn how to gather information about a person's social media accounts using JLog. Now, what is JLog? JLog is a tool that can search for usernames across multiple social media platforms and websites. Imagine you have a friend and you want to find the social media accounts with just their username. JLog can quickly reveal all the accounts linked to that username. It is one of the best tools for gathering people-related information. Now let's dive into how to install and use JLog. So open your terminal and type in this command, apt install JLog. When prompted with do you want to install it, type Y and press enter. Alright. Or you can visit the JLog GitHub and can see how to install the JLog. If you want to check if JLog is successfully installed, you can type JLog hyphen version. Alright. So this is going to show you the version of JLog that is currently installed in your system. Next, if you want to search for specific username, for example, Elon Musk, you can type in this command, JLog, and then specify the username, and then hit enter. Then JLog will display all the platforms where the Elon Musk exists, along with links that you can see here. Alright, so like if I open this link, I can see about who is Elon Musk. He is currently the CEO and CTO of SpaceX, right? Like this, you can gather information about a person. Now to save these results into a file, we can use hyphen output and then specify the file name, file1.txt, then hit enter. So this command will save all the results into this file, file1.txt. And to view the content of the file, you can use a text editor like nano or the cat command. For example, cat file1.txt and then hit enter. This command will display all the results stored in the file directly in your terminal. Next, JLog also supports checking multiple usernames in one go. Like to search for more than one user, you have to specify like this, user 1, then user 2, then user 3, and then so on. Alright. For example, you can specify usernames like first user 1 is Elon Musk, and then Mark, and then you can specify any other like Kohli, and then hit enter. So JLog will provide the results for all the specified usernames platform by platform. Now if you want to know more about a person, just open the links JLog provides and explore their social media accounts in detail. You can gather even more valuable information by analyzing their profiles and interactions. That's it for this lecture. Thanks for watching. In this lecture, you will learn how to gather Google account intelligence using gHunt, an offensive Google framework. gHunt is specifically designed for OSINT tasks, but has versatile use cases related to Google. It is a Google OSINT framework that extracts detailed information about Google accounts, such as email data, profile pictures, activity, and more, using publicly available information. So let's see how we can install gHunt. So to install gHunt, open your terminal and type in the command pip install gHunt and hit enter. So let's open the gHunt GitHub web page and scroll down. Then click here, get the add-on. Now click here, add to Firefox. then click here, add, okay, and then you can see, open this companion, and it will show you synchronize to ghunt. Click here, synchronize to G, and then you will sign in with your Gmail account. Alright, after signing with your Gmail account, it will show you two methods, method 1 and method 2. Okay, click here, method 2, click here, log, and then you can close this tab now. Alright, because it has copied the cookies to the clipboard, and you can paste it anywhere. So now type in here, open your terminal and type in ghunt and log in. Now choose the second option, paste Basics of Reconnaissance authentication, and paste the cookies here. Here cookies are needed for ghunt to work properly. Now let's open the help menu of ghunt. Just type in ghunt-help. Right, so here you can see some options. First option we have is to authenticate ghunt to Google, that we have already covered. Next is get information on an email address. So if you're using this option, you need to specify the email address after this option. Next we have is GAIA, that is unique Google ID. Okay, to get information on unique Google ID, you can specify this option GAIA, then you have to specify the Google ID. And next option we have drive. Here you need to specify the drive URL, Google Drive URL, for getting information on Google Drive. And then last option we have geolocate. For that you have to specify BSS ID. Alright, so let's extract information about an email address. For that, type in the command ghunt email. After email, specify the Gmail address you want to investigate, like david@gmail.com. Then press enter. Ghunt will extract details about the Gmail account, such as a custom profile pic link, the GIA ID, unique Google ID, the last profile edit date will show the last time the found profile was updated. Open this link and will show you the profile pic of that person. And that's how you can use ghunt to gather detailed information about a Gmail account. That's it for this lecture. Thanks for watching. In this lecture, we'll learn how to identify breached accounts using the popular tool Have I Been Pawned. This tool allows us to check whether an email address has been a part of data breach and what information might have been exposed. We'll do this live with a few examples to understand how it works and what steps to take if an account is compromised. Let's get started. Open your browser and go to haveibeenpawned.com. This is free and easy to use platform designed for checking breaches. On the home page, you will find a search bar where we can enter any email address to check its status. Let's start with our first example. I will enter joker@gmail.com and click on pawned. So here result is showing pawned. This means the email was found in multiple data breaches, pawned in 141 data breaches and pawned 22 pairs. If we scroll down, we can see details of the breaches, right? For instance, it mentions LinkedIn. This indicates the user had an account on LinkedIn which got compromised. If you're investigating a target email, this is useful because it tells you the person was active on LinkedIn and might still be associated with it. Next, let's try another email, john@gmail.com, and click pawned. This email address is also in the data breach, pawned in 383 data breaches and pawned 145 pairs. If we scroll through the list, we can see breaches from platforms like Adobe, Next10 Updates, and many others. The exposed information includes email addresses, usernames, and even passwords in some cases. This highlights how vulnerable accounts can become over time if they aren't properly secured. So if your email appears in a breach, firstly change your password immediately. Use a strong, unique password that you do not reuse on other sites. Enable two-factor authentication for extra layer of security. That's it for this lecture. Thanks for watching. In this lecture, we'll explore metadata analysis, a powerful method to extract hidden details about files. So whether you're investigating a photo, document, or any other file, metadata can reveal valuable information such as the file creation date, modification details, GPS location, and much more. And for this demonstration, we'll use a tool called EXIF tool, a widely used metadata reader and writer. Let's get started. So it is pre-installed in Kali Linux and it works with various formats, including images, videos, PDFs, and more. If you want to check the man page of this tool, just type in this command man and EXIF tool. That will display you the manual page of EXIF tool and you can explore options in this. Alright, for now we'll focus on extracting metadata. For that, type in the command EXIF tool and then specify the image image name like images.jpg, or you can specify the image path as this image.jpg is in the same directory than this downloads directory. I'm directly specifying the name, right? And then we'll hit enter. When you run this command, exif tool generates a detailed report of the metadata. Here you can see the output. You can see some basic file information like file name, file size, and file modification date or time. We scroll down a bit. You can see GPS latitude and longitude. That can provide us the exact location where the photo was taken. So if we copy this latitude and longitude and paste it in Google Maps, we can easily get to know where the photo was taken. If you do not see GPS data, it is likely that device settings or privacy configuration did not allow it. Lastly, we can see image width, image height, the pixels. So this is how you can investigate files. That's it for this lecture. Thank you for watching. In this lecture, we'll learn about OSINT, a simple yet powerful tool for gathering domain information. OSINT is a protocol that retrieves information about a domain, such as register details, registration and expiry dates, domain name servers, and other administrative details. So this information is crucial during the reconnaissance phase. Let's see how to use OSINT in the terminal. So open your terminal and type in the command OS and then specify the domain, target domain. For example, like pcconsole.org, then hit enter. And you can see details about this domain, like domain name, pcconsole.org, registry domain ID, registrar who is server, register URL, updated date, creation date, and you will see information regarding the name servers. Alright, like you can see over here. So these details help find the domain lifecycle, DNS management, and protection status. If you prefer not to use the terminal, you can use web-based tools. So search on Google GoDaddy OS and open this website. And here you just have to enter the domain name like pcconsole.org and then click here search. So this will show you the similar details like you can see here. Alright, that's it for this lecture. Thanks for watching. In this lecture, we'll learn how to analyze the technologies a website uses and understand why this is crucial for Recon. Let's dive right in. First, let's set up the tool that makes this process easy. So open your browser and search for Webalizer extension and press enter. And then open this website. You'll find it in Chrome Web Store or your browser extension stored. Click here, add to Chrome. Then click add extension. And then look for Webalizer icon once installed. Then click here. Then pin this extension. Now let's try it out on a couple of websites to see how it works. So search for workaround. Open workaround.com and then click this icon. You will see information like CMSs, WordPress, about databases. You will see about analytics, logs, security, JavaScript libraries, reverse proxies, web servers, that's Nginx. So these details help us understand the site and find any security weaknesses. Now let's visit another website, HackerOne. So search for HackerOne and then click this icon. You will notice even more details like CMSs, Drupal. So HackerOne uses Drupal to manage this website content. They are using Fastly in Cloudflare as CDN, and you will notice your reCAPTCHA, which prevents bots, HSTS, that ensure all connections to the site are encrypted. They rely on PayPal, which is a secure way to handle online transactions. So each of these technologies serves a specific purpose. For instance, reCAPTCHA blocks automated attacks, and CDNs ensure fast and reliable access worldwide. This process of analyzing the website technologies can help you understand its strengths, weaknesses, and overall structure, making it an essential step in reconnaissance. Now go ahead and try this out on another website of your choice to explore what technologies they use. That's it for this lecture. Thanks for watching. In this lecture, we'll explore how to use a powerful Python tool called Breacher to find admin panels of websites. This is an advanced admin panel finder that can be very useful during penetration testing. Let's get started. So the first step is to clone the Breacher tool. Let's clone it. Click here, code, and then click copy. Then open your terminal and type in the command git clone and then paste the URL. Then hit enter. Alright, so this command downloads the breacher tool to your system. Once the cloning is complete, navigate to the breacher directory using cd command, cd, then breacher. Copy this breacher, paste it. Now you are ready to execute this tool. Type ls command and then python p breacher.py, and then you have to specify the target website, alright, with -u option. And in my case, my target is testphp.oneweb.com. Alright, then I will press enter. After pressing enter, it will start scanning for potential admin panels. You may see something like this, robots.txt not found. So this means the robots.txt file, which often contains useful directory paths, wasn't found. Here it tests multiple potential admin panel paths, and here we have successfully identified an admin panel. Let's open this link. After opening this link, we have discovered this file. So this is a SQL script file. Let's click on it and download it. Such files are used to create and manage databases. So let's open it to see what's inside. And we can see this file is creating database was part and creating tables inside that database. Alright, so you can see the table structure. So this is a valuable information. If breacher finds more admin panels, open each of them to gather additional files and data. These panels might contain more SQL files, configuration files, or other resources that can provide further insights into the system. That's it for this lecture. Thanks for watching. In this lecture, we'll explore three powerful tools for subdomain enumeration: Subfinder, Asset Finder, and AMAS. These tools make it easy to uncover subdomains associated with the domain name. Now let's see how we can install these tools. Installing these tools is simple. Just type the name of the tool in your terminal. For example, Subfinder, and press enter. Now prompt will appear asking, do you want to install it? Type Y to install, and the tool will be automatically set up. Repeat the same for Asset Finder and AMAS. So let's start with Subfinder. It's quick and efficient. Type in the command subfinder -d, then specify the domain. For instance, oneweb.com, it's the testing site, and then hit enter. You will see a list of subdomains like this. So Subfinder is great for fast, simple scans. Next, let's try Asset Finder. Type in this command, Asset Finder, then specify the domain name, like oneweb.com, then hit enter. Notice here additional subdomain that Subfinder did not detect. Asset Finder taps into extra sources, often finding subdomains that simpler tools might miss. Finally, let's use AMAS. For that, type in the command AMAS enum -t, then specify the domain like oneweb.com, then hit enter. Here you will see more detailed output. AMAS is thorough and gathers data from APIs, DNS records, web archives, and more, often discovering subdomains missed by the other tools. So to wrap up, ethical hackers perform subdomain enumeration to uncover hidden services with potential vulnerabilities and ensure all subdomains are secured before attackers can exploit them. That's it for this lecture. Thanks.